vibe with the dribble. You know what I mean?
Just to lead camera and shit. So you straight. All right. What's good, Pat?
What's up, man?
Finally made this motherfucking trip. Finally made the trip. That's what's up. Got you in the building, man. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, man? They see you often, but it's their first time seeing you.
Hey, yo, my name is Big O, Bigooh, train New Jersey, A and DC, a New Day co-op. Now I'm right here with the dribble, Gully TV, man. You know what I mean?
All right. We had a prior expedition through the city of Trenton where you took me through the projects. What project?
Yeah, Wilson Homes, Roger Gardens, West Trenton, yeah.
Wilson Home. Shout out to Wilson Home. That joint still erected.
For sure.
No doubt. Shout out to the city, man.
For sure.
How's it going for you, man? Back then you was like in the process of establishing yourself, I believe. Now you very well known as the face of the city. What has changed between now and the last time we got together? We was riding around. Just grinding, man. Just continuing to put the work in, making those relationships, you know, being more active, more music, more releases, putting some plans together, and just really playing my feet in the ground on the independent ground. You know what I mean? More important than anything. Not really putting my career in nobody else's hands or relying on nobody else to really take me to the next level. So I mean, that's it, man. That's really grinding. So you just solo independent artist at this point.
For sure. New Day Co-op is my brand, my production company. I always had it the whole time I was moving, but I'm just really solely putting that flag into the ground and standing on that foundation versus standing on anybody else's foundation, you know?
Right. In regards to you moving, you know, over there in that pocket in the Northeast region, you started to attract some attention of some elder rap, I don't know, legends or whatever.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying, from New York City and shit. Why don't you go ahead and elaborate on? You had a couple of relationships. Elaborate on which one came into fruition first.
Fat Joe. I met Kiss first, but I met Fat Joe right after. I mean, Fat Joe started moving around. I met Joe in Miami at Cool and Dre Studio, like I was telling you in the interview. Me, OG Dave, my man Castro, we was down in Miami recording. And Joe walked into my session. When he walked in, he was like, "Oh, you know, apologize for being there." I was like, "You good?" And he stepped out. I jumped up. OG will tell you, OG here. I jumped up and I was like, "Yo, Joe, can I holler at you?" And him and his man was kind of looking at me reluctant. I was like, "Yo, no disrespect. You know, you one of the legends in the game. I just wanted to play. You know, I know certain people will understand my music. You one of them. Come in the studio, play a couple songs for you." So I did that. Fast forward. And we started moving around, started, you know, grinding, and people started seeing me with him, and that type of thing.
Did you get a chance to do anything with him musically?
Yeah. I haven't released it yet. Me, him, and DJ Drama got a record.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, produced by my man Big Young. Yeah.
How did it work out? Is it fire?
Super.
Yeah. How long you had it? What you holding it for?
I'm holding it for the bag because I got like a plan. You know what I mean? I got like a plan, so I just, like I be telling Ace, it's a method to my madness, man. I didn't want to just exhaust it, you know, just to throw it out there for the sake of throwing it out. That type of things right there, they call that intellectual property. You know what I mean? They go get you some paper for that.
Holding it for the bag.
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody, this mysterious bag, I gotta find you.
Yeah, it's out there, man.
I hear a lot about these motherfuckers.
And all, like, man, you gotta keep it already. You know what I mean?
You gotta get the loot, man. I've been hearing a lot about this bag shit, man.
But you know, it's a lot of subsidiary companies, and you know, the truth of the matter is, people bite at affiliations. So when you go into these meetings in these offices and they see that you got these type of artists involved, that's money to them.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? They give you money for marketing, money for videos, promo runs, just based on that feature, as long as that artist is agreeing to let you use the record. You know what I mean? So that's why I didn't really just want to throw that out there. I knew what it was.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I seen a discussion earlier today that they said some artist he tweeted, I guess he's prominent in the drill community. He said that it's over. He said it's the drill genre. He said that they shot their load and shit.
Who said that?
I can't remember.
Oh, an artist said that.
Yeah, he said it on Twitter today.
So the drill's over?
He just said, he's like, man, we shot our load and shit. He was telling other artists, younger cast that's coming in, like, you know what I mean, do you and shit, like this right here, this shit like shot. Like we didn't took it to where, you know.
I think with the drill music, man, I mean, let's start here. Let's be honest and start here. We all know the music business, the entertainment industry, all that shit is the devil. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, the reason why I say that is because they gravitate towards shit that's going to send you in certain directions. This is why religions tell you not to do music and against music, because music can be condescending, it can be hypnotizing, it can be persuasive, it can set certain tones. So you've seen the labels gravitate towards music that was talking about what? Killing, doing all this demonic dark shit and all this old weird shit.
Right.
And what that does is, you know, it puts it out there to the children. Now they imitating art and they imitating what they see. Like if you go back, I seen a discussion where they said like in the 90s, the hip hop started, it was pro-black and people was wearing African medallions, and you're seeing the energy change, right? Because now I'm growing up as a kid and I remember seeing the old heads around my way, it was peace, God.
Yeah.
But that was in the music. That was they was being seen. You know what I'm saying? Then it changed. Yeah. You start seeing niggas on the East Coast with Jerry curls and all kind of shit because, you know what I'm saying? You got Straight Outta Compton and different gangster rap elements. So people imitate art. I say all that to say with the drill music, people know that. They put the money behind that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how many kids got to die behind this shit for y'all need to pull the plug on that shit. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Right. Kids out here dying behind this shit, bro. Right. Then we live in a world where everything's about who's going to go the furthest. Yeah. So now you got a trend where motherfuckers will go to a nigga headstone and violate their headstone and piss on their headstone. And I seen one where, the headstone wasn't even there yet. You know, you get the flag there. People taking the flag out, riding around with it. Like where we from, they hang white sheets up for you when you get killed. You know what I'm saying? Nigga come to where you from and take your sheet down, bro. It's just the disrespect is just beyond, it's crazy, bro. And all that, I believe, comes from that music, that energy, that shit they pushing, man. You know what I mean? Kids is impressionable. You know what I mean? So they doing what they see. You know what I mean?
Speaking of the energy associated with music, a high-profile murder happened yesterday, I believe. Mm-hmm. Big Joke, that's Yo Gotti's brother. Right. What do you think about what's going on in Memphis right now?
I'm gonna keep it
that
real.
Shit right there.
That's wild.
That's all true. I was saying to myself, you see a lot of conflict online. Niggas talking about what they gonna do to each other, but don't nobody want none of that.
That's wild. Like, hey, yo, you know, with all due respect, I don't really know too much about the situation. I didn't really listen to a lot of dog music, God bless him, while he was alive, but I got into him after, it's sad, it's like that. I got into him after he passed, watching his interviews and just seeing the energy he was putting out, and I respected it. And it seemed like he was doing for a lot of people. So I don't know the details of their situation. I know whatever it is, for a nigga to come to a repass and do that is serious. Yeah. You know what I mean? You know, prayers and condolences to everybody involved, man. And just, you know what I mean? Get up out of there. Yeah. I wouldn't do that motherfucker.
Very serious.
You know what I mean? It's a serious situation, bro.
I wouldn't have never thought that we would have like a front row seat.
That's what I'm saying.
Like that's a real war.
Phones out, right? Yeah. That's the world we live in now. The disrespect is just like at an all-time high. Man, laying out in the street, people filming that shit, posting that shit with no regard for children, family. It's a bad time, man. You know what I mean?
The other relationship that you developed in the industry was, of course, at D-Block. Mm-hmm. Can you elaborate on how your relationship developed with Jadakiss?
I met Jada a couple different times, right? So I met Jada one time at a show in CLA. I just met him. You know what I mean? Took a picture with him, and then I met him. A promoter brought him to Trenton, brought the locks to Trenton, and I met him again. And then him and Omillio did a song, and Omillio was shooting a video in New York with him at D-Block Old Studios. I rode up there with him, and I met him again. But I never, on all my encounters of meeting him, I never played him no music. Nobody ever introduced me to him. The last time I met him, Major Figures was working on a reunion album in Philly, and I was in the studio, and they was playing back a record that I just did a verse on, and Kiss came into the studio with Gilly, and when he came in, my verse was playing, and he asked my man Bump, he was like, "Yo, who that?" Bump was like, "That's my man." Oh, he was like, "That's you?" And we met, you know what I mean? But I didn't get his number that night. After that, I did a feature with a guy from around my way named Castro called Regular Shit. And after I did the verse, he was like, yo, we want to get Kiss on it. And I reached out to my man Swerve from Newark. Swerve gave me Kiss number, got him on the record. Brought Kiss to the city, shot the video, brought him back to the city, hosted a party. And from there, our relationship kind of bloomed from that. So we had several encounters, but I never got to introduce myself, play no music. The final encounter I did, relationship came from that.
So y'all did the joint, you and Castro?
Yeah, it's called Regular Shit. It's on the internet.
Check that joint out.
Yeah, we did it. We shot the video, and that was like the birth of me and his relationship. I mean, he came to Trenton, came to the project, shot the video, then came back down and hosted the release party.
Was this pre-pandemic?
Yeah. This might have been, what, OG, 2017?
Right.
2018? Something like that. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So as time progressed, how did y'all relationship,
Organically, you know what I mean? Just staying in contact, texting, going back and forth. I don't think he followed me yet then. I think Cosmic Cat that posted one of my freestyles probably a couple months later on the gram, and then he followed me. You know, when I said when somebody follow you, they coming into your world. They really getting to see you as a person, what you into and all that.
Right. So
we just started staying in contact, texting back and forth. And then, I forgot how, but the So Raspy conversation came about. And then that was the next step.
And that was an imprint or a label?
So I don't think he has distribution, but that's his label though. You know what I'm saying? So Raspy would be his label. You see at the beginning of all his videos and all that. Right. There used to be a website, I think, like where they would do like a This Is 50 type thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's his imprint though, yeah.
Was there other artists there?
Nino Man, Millie's, D Jones. For the most part, I think that was it. I probably forget a couple people, but yeah, that was it.
What about Brillo? Is Brillo there?
Nah, Brillo from Connecticut?
Yeah.
I think Brillo was with D from Rough Riders.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I think him and Kiss is cousins though. They're like cousins or something like that.
Okay.
Brillo, my man. I know Brillo. That's my man.
No doubt. Okay, so did you sign documents?
No, we didn't sign no paperwork, but it was, at the end of the day, our word is all we got.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it wasn't no physical contract signed, but it was like, yo, this is what we doing. You one of the artists. We did shows where it was announced, and he announced it, and there was talks of like, going here to get distributed. You know what I mean? All that kind of shit. But I never signed like physical paperwork.
The other day in my comments, somebody was saying something like maybe y'all had some type of disconnect or acrimony. Maybe you did another interview.
Mm-hmm. I did an interview with Hip Hop Biggest Fan, and I did an interview with DJ Super and DJ Reds. And on both interviews, they were asking me, was I still Super and Reds was asking me, was I still with So Raspy? And I said, nah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The Hip Hop's Biggest Fan was asking me about one of the records on my project that just dropped. Yeah. About Kiss, and that's how the dialogue started.
Okay. Now, I listened to this record a couple of times, and I was trying to get your angle on it. Mm-hmm. The objective of the song. Could you explain the message that you was trying to convey or what you was expressing in the song?
Fat Wallow?
Yeah.
If you listen to the song starts off with Fat Boy SSC talking in the beginning. The song ends with Wallow. That's why I called it Fat Wallow. It was basically just saying, like, I felt like the love I was showing wasn't reciprocated, but it's cool because I'm going to keep pushing. Right. In a nutshell, to sum it all up, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. That's basically what it was saying. Like I said, and like I told my pop last night, my pop asked me about it. I said, it's not a diss song because one thing about it, I'm a grown man. I ain't no kid in front of the camera. I ain't clout chasing. I ain't doing shit for views and likes and all that shit. It's just the facts. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And a lot of times we put, these people in high regard and we put legend in front of their name, which they are for the skill set. At the same time, we still human. Legends can be wrong too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I felt like I was handled in the wrong manner. You know what I mean? And I addressed it.
Did y'all do this So Raspy? Did y'all do compilation shows, or did you perform with him?
Yeah. So Shyheim Reed had something on Twitch. Like Jim Jones had his artist, Busta Rhymes had his artist, Jada had his artist, and we performed there. And like, you know, every time he had a show or something, I would pull up type of thing, you know what I mean? Always be with him. Always go around their way in Yonkers and be out there. Like probably like 3, what do you think? It'll do like 3-4 years straight. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We don't realize the time flying by. Time fly by so fast.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
it was 4 years that fast, maybe even 5 now.
Yeah.
Yep.
So of course, this is the my thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
If y'all didn't sign any documents,
talk to me.
How can you technically expect some type of monetary situation or favor? I mean, if you didn't actually sign a document.
I'll tell you how. Because we men, and all we got is our word. So if I come to you, if you come to me and you say, "Oh, I'm about to start the Dribble Records. I want you to be my first artist. I'm gonna get distribution."
Okay, that's what I needed you to say.
Hold on. Yeah.
Y'all had that conversation?
Absolutely, many times.
He said that to you?
Many a time.
He said you was gonna be the first
artist. He said not the first artist, but you know, I want you to be one of the artists to wave the flag. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He would comment under my post, So Raspy.
Right.
I got him on the intro of my tapes. Like, yo, So Raspy, big the chain coming, bro.
Right.
Such and such is our year and all that. So it wasn't like me just running with it.
Yeah.
And the thing about business, contract is just the final part of it. Yeah. The final part of the agreement. The initial agreement still has to be made. Now, don't get me wrong. The contract holds you to a standard legally because it's business. Yeah. But where we come from, you know where we come from. We had the conversation and we agreed on something. So we locked in.
Right. In
my eyes, that's how I hold it up. You know what I'm saying? If you say, yo, I'm starting to Dribble Entertainment, I need you to rock with me. Man, you talk right now, and I say, all right, but it's on. Right. The contract is going to finalize in detail what we already talked about. Let the lawyers go back and forth and work the particulars out. Okay. We already agreed that I was rocking with you. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. Did you do any type
and it wasn't about expecting nothing. No, go ahead.
Did you do any type of other work at So Raspy besides just performing and shit?
As far as?
I don't know, artist work or anything like that? Writing, anything?
No.
No. How many records did you end up having with him, with Jadakiss?
This is the funny part. The only record I got with him is the initial feature that blossomed the relationship.
With you and the boy Cash?
Cashflow, called Regular Shit.
Over 3 years? Did he support that record? Like, you know, did he fuck with it?
He said he fucked with it, yeah.
Okay.
But what I'm telling you is this, right? And if I'm wrong, I stand corrected. I don't got no problem with that. If I'm your artist, right, and we seeking to build, I never asked Jadakiss for $1. Never asked Fat Joe for $1. Ain't even my style. I'm not coming around you niggas asking you niggas for money. I'm not coming around you niggas to be another dependent. I know you niggas got families, got different things y'all taking care of. I respect all that. Give me the work so I can go bust the track. In other words, what I'm saying is, put the verse on this joint, bro. I'm going to go get the money and bring it back to the table. Hustler, bro.
Right.
I'm not asking you to do nothing for me. I'm asking you to, if you're saying that I'm your artist and I'm with you, then you should be doing records so I can go create a situation to get some money and then come back to the table.
Over 3 years, no motion happened.
No records. I sent them multiple records. Verse is open.
Yeah.
No records.
And you continued to be around him?
I mean,
like you didn't feel that, like, my nigga, what's up? Like,
nah, but see, you gotta understand this. For the first year, I played my part.
Right.
We filling each other out. We getting to know each other. Everything is a process. I'm not going into things, and it's artists around that was around before me.
Right.
So I'm not going into things assuming nothing, expecting nothing.
Right.
I'm playing my part. We filling each other out. I'm getting acclimated in my role. I'm getting people familiar with seeing me, getting people familiar with my energy. Now it's time to work now, year 2.5, two come around. What's the game plan? And me and other artists used to talk like, yo, what's the game plan? But we didn't really know how to go about the conversation with them because it was, you know, it was like it would come up, but it would be like a, yo, I'm gonna bust a move for us, bro, just sit tight type of thing.
Right. So did you work with the other So Raspy artists on your own? Was y'all able to work
Me and
together?
D Jones did a couple songs together. Yeah, I met Needle Man, I met Millie's, but we never did no music together.
Okay. So you said 3 years?
It might have been more than that.
It's about 5 now. Altogether.
Let's say 4 or 5.
Since regular shit.
Yeah, it's regular
about
shit.
5,
Probably like 4 or 5 years. Yeah.
And of course, you're not. We both hustlers.
Uh-huh.
You wasn't technically looking for no bread. You was just looking for some motion and shit.
Let me be honest with you. I wasn't looking for no bad. I would appreciate it, son.
I'm saying, look, right?
I'm gonna
A
tell you
song
why.
is bread,
Hold
though.
on, no.
Go ahead.
Hear me out. Because I've been in a situation before where I was handled correctly as an artist in a CEO situation.
Yeah.
I know how shit's supposed to go. I'm an artist, right?
Yeah.
But I'm also a CEO of my own production company, right? I've been in a situation with niggas that weren't nowhere near his stature. And it was like, yo, this is the thing, right?
Oh, the regular Joes take care of business.
Hear me out. Hear me out. I never asked him for no money,
Right.
right? At the same time, bro, you know what it costs to live.
Yeah.
You know what niggas grinding.
Yeah.
You know I'm driving an hour and a half, 2 hours to come up here all the time.
Right.
You know shit costs. You know studio time costs.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I shouldn't have to tell you certain things.
Right.
If I'm your artist and you saying that you're about to bust move to get it back, common sense will say, all right, listen, bro, hold this down, put this in your pocket. I'm gonna go get the bag. Just take care of a couple bills for a couple months. Make sure the family good.
Right.
The thing about it is you can't expect people to do what you would do. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's where the disconnect comes into play, because it's like, damn, if it was me, I would be like, yo, Ace, put this in your pocket, pay the bills, pay the rent for 6 months. Let me figure out my game plan. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you can't expect people to do what you would do. And I wasn't
You know
tripping.
what? Arliss Michaels told me this. I had a situation with a guy, a business situation. It was a business situation. I don't rap.
Right.
And he was like, I could tell the way Arliss was like, I could tell the way you move. You a hustler. You come up around hustlers and shit. He said, you be expecting niggas to be like you and shit, to be a hustler like you. He like, man, all of these niggas ain't hustlers and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so, you know what I mean? I had to like, I guess learn that shit after a while and shit. Do you think that was the case and shit? Like, you think he'd swear or something like that?
So I'm gonna say this, right? I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna put that on him.
I mean, it's such thing as a hip square too.
What I'm gonna say is this, right? Unwritten laws, unseen hand. We know this already.
Yeah.
You understand? It's different if you start a label, I'm starting a label, and we build it from the ground up. Like, listen, bro, I ain't really got no money to give you no advance, but I got your studio time, I got your videos, I got a marketing budget for you. We're gonna build.
Right.
Then when the money come in, we'll work it out. That's different.
Right.
You're talking about a nigga that's already established. Right. You're talking about a nigga that already went through a public situation with another CEO about what's right and what's wrong from an artist standpoint. Right. I shouldn't have to tell you this, bro. Respectfully. Yeah. It's this common sense. If your plan is to go get the distribution situation and you're saying, yo, Gully, you my artist, Gully, it costs to live. Every time you hit the light switch, it costs to turn the lights on. Yeah. Every time you open the refrigerator, it costs to fill that motherfucker. So at the end of the day, year one is cool when it's like, oh yeah, you know who fucking with Kiss? That's cool. Damn, that's love, bro. You've been doing your thing for a long time. That's love, cousin. Year two, it's like, okay, that's love, bro. I see you with Kiss, that's love. Year three, it's like, yo, bro, what's going on? Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I can't be a nigga just around for picture opportunities. I got family to feed, bro.
Do you know, are you familiar with a guy named TA?
Yeah, I know TA. I know TA real well.
This situation kind of sounds a little similar. I mean, like TA was like,
you talking about touring with Joe?
Fat Joe, yeah.
Yeah, I know TA.
He was like, I think he was like touring though, but it's kind of like the same thing.
When I met TA, he was with Joe. I don't know the situation, but when I mean, he seemed like a cool nigga to me. And I met him, you know what I'm saying? The only difference between this situation, I would say it's a big difference in this situation between Joe and T's situation. I never toured with Kiss, right? And we never even did no music. So whatever they did, him and Joe did. But the thing about it is, I'm not even looking to. I'm stating the facts. I don't know TA's situation. Yeah. I'm stating the facts. And for me, it's common sense. Yeah. At the same time, the door is still open to say, I could be wrong and could be reading it wrong. But from where I come from, This is common sense. Am I right or wrong? It's common sense.
Let me ask you something. Do you really think he was in a position to play an administrative role? Do you think he knew anything about that?
What I'm gonna tell you,
or
is
even
that
had I don't know, financial resources to conduct
financial,
that?
I'm not gonna count the man. I'm gonna say two things.
Yeah.
You never count men's pockets.
Real talk.
Right? But son get to a bag. I know it's for a fact. I brought son a lot of paper, and I'm just on a light level, but it was a lot of paper though.
Okay,
So hold on.
Go ahead.
What I'm saying is, never count a man's pockets because I know he got responsibilities, but I know he get to a bag.
Right.
I remember how shit changed after verses. I was there.
I was going to ask you that.
You know what I'm saying?
I was going to ask you that.
Now I'm gonna say this. We learn to understand that Jadakiss is one of my favorite rappers, top 5 all time.
Yeah.
I come up as a kid listening to him. I look up to him, right? As an artist, phenomenal lyricist, one of my favorites to this day still. Do I think he was in a position to be a CEO? No.
Okay.
No. And every good artist is not built to be a CEO, and that's fine. Some people just built to be excellent, legendary artists. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But
okay, we're gonna get off into this situation about the verses. Yeah. Go ahead and give me your information.
Man, follow me on the gram, BIGOOH. You know what I'm saying? With the dribble slick, I pulled on up. You know what I mean? From Vegas is out now. I didn't know he was live. Baby.
We gotta get to work, man. I do this. All right, check.
Oh, he was live, baby.